Hey there, and welcome back. It is part two of Let's Talk Assessments. So, in this portion of the series, we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, assessments. So, let's get right into it. I have some assessment examples, and I want to show you an example of data tracking. I discovered this. Well, I didn't discover it. It's been around for a while, but I tried to create a simple way to track students' data with all of the topics and things that we cover throughout the year. So then I could look at one sheet and look at that student's progress. And you can, when you see it later, you just let me know what you think. And we can talk about what we can change, what we can add, how we can be successful together. So let's jump into it. All right. So when we're talking about assessments, we want to keep in mind that we're trying to measure student progress. Keep in mind goals, curriculum, and what type of student population we have. So here are the first couple assessments examples that I have for you. So we have a formative assessment. So this is going to be like a pop quiz after we've gone over a couple of things. I like to do this every now and then. And I like to do it in a simple way, and I do it half sheets because I'm trying to save paper. So just a quick pop quiz on theater etiquette. You see multiple choice, you see put these answers, fill in the blank kind of deal, and a just label and match. So that's our little formative assessment. So really quick, doesn't take long at all. And here's a performance based assessment. Now, this is what I use when I am assessing students at an audition. And I'll also use things like this when we're talking about. When we're going over vocal things or certain things with acting, I'll use the acting part of that. Um, and you can always change what you want those categories to be. Like number one, needs work. I wouldn't put needs work anymore. I might put novice or something like that. So it just depends on what you want for your classroom or what you would like to have as far as verbiage for those assessments. So that's a performance based assessment. And then I have this for you. I made this for you guys. I tried to keep it simple so then you can just cut these out and just have them ready. And whatever information answer have them answer a question, put it up on the board. And now we just have this exit ticket, and it's a cute little thing that you can it is cute. And you can hand them out to the students, and you already have your formative assessment ready to go. I have lots of these cut out for the beginning of the school year. So if I feel like I need to give my students some type of formative assessment in the form of an exit ticket, then these are ready to go. Simple, easy, not a whole lot of information on there because whatever I'm teaching that week or whatever it is, I can add the question that I'm asking the students to answer on the exit ticket. I can add it to my slides or add it to the whiteboard. Here are a couple more assessment examples. So we have a summative slash performance based assessment. Now, this one is a Tableau performance rubric. This is something I created because I wanted a quick way to be able to tell the student what I was looking for and have some feedback already ready to go. So it's just general feedback that I'm going to give the student right there in italics. But I'm also going to, that's just a starting point. Students want feedback. They want to know, okay, I didn't do what I needed to do, but I want some positive reinforcement so I can get better or I can know what to do next. I try to make it simple and clear. And then we have the makeup design that I've showed you guys a couple of times. This can be a formative assessment, a portfolio type of assessment, and it can be an alternative type assessment. So, whatever you're looking for, depending on the skills and information you're hoping to be obtained by the students, is going to lead you in the direction of what type of assessment you want to give for that topic, for that lesson. All right. So I provided you with this rubric. Now it's just a template, so it's going to look like this. It's um, going to ask you to put the name of the topic. So what are you covering? There's an area for standards, and then you can list what type of assessment you want this to be. Is it a summative? Is it a performance-based assessment? It's up to you. And then before you fill in all of these blanks here, I would suggest you answer the question, what are you trying to assess? What skills are you hoping that the students obtained during that instruction time? So what I answer most of the time is I want students to be able to identify or define whatever that topic is. So if we're going with Tableau, I want to know, can the student identify or define Tableau? Demonstrate. Whenever I'm looking at assessing students, I'm looking to see if they can demonstrate the skills needed for that certain topic. So, how are we demonstrating? How am I asking the students to demonstrate their knowledge of a tableau? Right? Because there's certain rules. When you're creating a tableau, it's a frozen picture that you're creating with your body, right? And then I want students to be able to communicate in an understanding of what they know. So that's just what these blanks are. I'm providing you with this editable document so then you can just have a starting point. That's all I'm trying to give you. A starting point, a starting place. You don't have to keep any of the verbiage here. It's just a starting place for a summative or performance based assessment. Now, let's go into a data tracking sheet. Y'all, I kind of fell in love with these. I'm not going to lie. I wish somebody told me about this a while ago, but if you Google um, theater arts data tracking sheets, you're not going to find many. I tried to find some. What I did is I just took out theater arts and just typed in data tracking sheets and found basic ones, especially on Teachers Pay Teachers. Um, and I took a basic data tracking sheet and changed everything to what I wanted specifically for my class. Now, I can give you this if you want, but this is specifically what I want for my class. So, what kinds of topics are we covering throughout the year? Throughout the quarter. So I normally cover pantomime, tableau, improv, digital designs. They're digital artists a lot, advertising, digital set design projects. I have them do digital um, program writing, things like that. And then playwriting. And then we have some summative assessments that we'll do throughout the year. So I want students to track how they score on those summative assessments. And it's going to be a clear picture. It'll almost be like a bar graph, kind of. That's what that'll look like. And then some diagnostic assessments that I'll take at the beginning of the year. And you can easily make these two columns into beginning of the year and then end of the year instead of define and identify. So at the beginning of the year, can a student define and identify theater, technical theater? Can they identify what is all involved in technical theater? Same thing with theater jobs. What is a theater job? And can we identify any jobs that exist in the theater? Do they already have knowledge of that? So that's a data tracking sheet. I think it's a really cool thing. This is just a basic one. Let me know if you are interested in this. I can provide this for you. I can make one that's got more relevant things to the things that you might teach in your classroom. Just let me know what you need. All right. So that is the end of this video. I wasn't trying to give you necessarily assessments that are going to work in for all of these things specifically, but just starting points to think about what you're asking the students to understand, demonstrate, and communicate. And then how we get those students to feel successful with the assessment as well, right? So it's reflection time. So I'm asking you to reflect on what are some simple assessment templates that you can create. I like to keep them simple and not put too many things. I like to fill in the blank. There's so many standards that we teach throughout the school year. I want to be able to just open a document and insert a standard. There are so many skills that we're learning with each of the topics that we teach. So I want to be able to create a template where I can open it and insert those skills that I want the students to be able to communicate an understanding of. So those are the type of simple assessment templates that I like to create. Let me know what kind you like to create or that you would like me to create for you. That's what I'm here for. I got you. Last thing I want you to reflect on is what type of assessments do you do most often? Hmm. Let me know. I'm interested. I'm interested to know what kind of stuff you're doing in your classroom. Which ones do you do more frequently? Which ones do you think benefit the students more or benefit you more? Maybe one there's some assessments that you think are easier to manage than others because we see a lot of students every week. Lots of students. We see everybody in the school, right? So we've got to find a way to help students feel successful through the assessments that we're taking and feel like our instruction is helping students with that growth and the progress and being able to tailor that teaching and instruction to meet the students where they are. So I hope you guys got something from this video. I appreciate you being here. Whew, assessments, right? All right, guys. Well, I hope to see you in the next video. Let me know if you guys got anything from this, what kind of topics you want me to cover in the future. I hope you guys have a good one.